right, juice is low. There's $144,000 at stake. Let's hope somebody can win that dough on Card Sharks. And here's the star of Card Sharks, Rodney1279. Thank you guys, and welcome to the Card Shark Showdown. Now let's get to those cards. We open up the board, and we'll set up those 5 cards in each row. And we're ready to get the Card Sharks. Now we have our returning champion who's playing his 3rd game. He has won a total of $65,000 cash so far. It is Justin Bowling. How you doing, Justin?
May not have done well in the money cards. I mean, or I probably did. I may have busted in the money cards, but I hope I can redeem myself this time. Excuse me.
All right. Well, maybe you can do it this time. Maybe you can possibly win $144,000. And then we have Mathew V 21688.
Hey, folks. And I've officially had a lucky streak going right now.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Mathew, when are you doing your Card Sharks game again?
I'm not quite sure. Eugene U is the returning champion, and I don't even know his username.
Either Cool Dog 7.
Oh, either Cool Dog 7. Okay, I gotta ask Ben if he's willing to defend his championship or give it to somebody else.
Yeah, because I kind of miss playing Card Sharks to your side.
I did too.
Well, I'll try and resume it as soon as possible.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Well, welcome to Card Sharks. Y'all know how to play the games. Y'all don't need me to go over the rules, do y'all?
If you want.
Not at all.
Right. Let's just get into this game. Y'all know it's a 2-out-of-3 game. Whoever wins 2 games is going to go off to the money cards for $144,000, okay? And since you're the champion, Justin, you'll be playing the red cards, and Matthew's playing the blue cards. And here's the first high-low question. Good luck to both of you.
Okay.
Justin, we asked 100 priests, and we just simply asked them, have you ever seen a pope in person? How many of the priests said yes, they have seen a pope in person?
Doesn't seem like too many of them to me. Maybe... It's probably not the exact number, but maybe 30.
Going 30. Okay. Okay, and Matthew, do you believe that number is higher or lower than 30?
Meeting a pope in person, my gosh, that would be a major honor. Almost like how I would personally think in meeting one of my favorite newscasters.
Yeah.
But on the scope,
yep.
I'd say that has to be a pretty rare thing to do because you never know when the Pope is going to be at. So I would say lower than 30.
You're going lower than 30. Okay, let's check it out. The actual number of priests that have seen the Pope in person is 50. Is not lower, it's higher. So it's exactly half of them.
Oh.
So, Justin, you get control of the cards. Now, you have the power to change it if you want to. Your opening card's a 9. Do you want to play it or change it?
Burn that 9 down.
Burn the 9 down. When you win the question, you can change the card. The 9 becomes a 4. Better change.
Okay, higher.
Higher than a 4. It's an 8. 7 plus 1.
I'm going to freeze.
Keeping Matthew away from his cards. There you go. And we're going to go to a question to Matthew now. It's a long question. Okay, Matthew, we asked 100 married women, have you ever spent ages getting your hair and face in shape to go out, only to have your husband look at you and say, when are you going to be ready? How many women said that has happened to them? Let me repeat the question. We asked 100 married women, have you ever spent ages getting your hair and face in shape to go out, only to have your husband look at you and say, when are you going to be ready? How many women said that has happened to them?
The irritants, the frustrations of waiting on the wife.
Yeah, I know, right? I better be quiet on that one.
And I will not ask Ronnie if that's happened to you.
Oh, yes, it has, but yeah.
Anyways, on the scope, I think the fact that girls gotta spend that much time to actually look their best is just absolutely ridiculous at times.
Yeah.
I mean, why can't they just do a simple brush and such?
Yeah.
Just a quick brush and head out the door. But on the scope, I would say that probably quite a bit have done that. I'm gonna say 58.
Going with 58. Okay, Justin, is it higher or lower than 58?
Higher.
He's going higher. Okay, let's check it out. The actual number of husbands or married women that said that their husband looked at them and told them, when are you going to be ready, is 20. It's not higher, it's lower. And I guess the reason why it's 20 because they don't want to go into a big argument with their wives later. All right, Matthew, you have a 3 showing. You can play it or change it.
I'll play the 3 and I'm gonna go higher.
Higher than a 3? It's a queen.
Alright. Let's go lower.
Lower than a queen. It's a 7.
I'm gonna freeze.
Keeping Justin away from his cards. Y'all doing fine? And the third question, it goes to you, Justin.
All right.
We asked 100 people, if your friend asked you to care for their pet hamster while they were on vacation and your cat ate him, would you tell your friend the truth or buy a new hamster and keep quiet? How many people said they would buy a new hamster and keep quiet?
Oh, guilt.
Right. People in the audience is laughing.
That's funny.
Gary, did that happen to you? Oh, you lied and said so you had a damn dead hamster in the house and you lied and told and got a new one and said that's the hamster?
No, it was actually a mouse.
Okay. Oh, it was a mouse, huh? 1 second.
Yeah.
Wait.
Okay, but probably not too many. Probably the question says how many said they'd buy a new hamster and shut up about it.
That's it.
Wonderful.
The question was there was a mouse in the house, and the original mouse was dead, and I managed to pick up a new one, and I lied, and I said it was.
Hold on 1 second, y'all. Hold on 1 second. I'll be right back.
Something. Ridiculously funny. Excuse me for that. Where'd Ronnie?
Ronnie had to quickly step away.
Okay. Matt, what case are you on? You're on number 4?
Yep.
Okay. It's been so long since I've been there. What was the name of that one?
Is that game supposed to be like Carmen Sandiego? Where the world's Carmen Sandiego?
Not really.
Alright, guys, I apologize to that.
Okay, are we still filming?
We still filming. Alright. Okay, now the question was, we asked 100 people if your friend asked you to care for their pet hamster while they're on vacation and your cat ate him, would you tell your friend the truth or buy a new hamster and keep quiet? How many people said they will buy a new hamster? That was the question.
I know it's 1/4.
Let me handle it. Alright, 25 is what you say?
Yeah.
Okay, and Gary, is it higher or lower than 25?
It's actually Matthew playing.
Oh, excuse me. Excuse me, it's Matthew. Matthew.
Yeah, I was just gonna. And Gary took the words out of my mouth. I think it's gonna be higher because I think some people would just rather run and find another alternative.
Okay, so you said it's higher. Okay, let's check it out.
Take the chicken way out.
Yep. The actual number of people that said they will buy a new hamster and keep quiet about it is 20. It's not higher, it's lower, so Justin, you get it.
Alright.
Alright, Justin, you have an 8. Please stop. Because I said I was going to do it. We'll be done with this game in a few minutes, okay? So just sit there. Alright, you have the 8. What do you want to do with the 8?
Change it, please.
Okay, he's going to change the 8. The 8 becomes a 6.
Beats an 8. Higher.
Higher than the 8. No, it's a 2. Okay.
Actually, a 6.
Yeah, I said 8, didn't I? I meant 6. Yeah, free chance. You still have the 7 showing.
I'll try higher.
Higher than the 7. It's an 8.
I'll freeze again.
He's freezing again. Okay, and this is the 4th. Let me make sure. Dag, what's happening? Okay. There we go. 4th and final question. So somebody must win on this play of the cards. So control is critical, and this question goes to you, Matthew.
Okay.
Okay, we asked 100 high school seniors, during which war did Abraham Lincoln serve as president of the United States? How many high school seniors knew Abraham Lincoln was president during the Civil War?
I think I remember hearing this, but I don't quite remember the answer.
Okay.
But I'm going to say 67.
Go with 67. Okay, Justin.
I decided to go down by 2.
Yeah. You can say 69 if you want to, but yeah, 67. Okay, is it higher or lower than 67?
I'm going higher.
Okay, he's going higher. Okay, let's check it out. The actual number of high school seniors knew that Abraham Lincoln was president during the Civil War is 76. It is higher. Good job.
Oh.
Now, Justin, here's the... Okay, go ahead.
I was going to say right numbers, wrong position.
That's it.
Just say that.
If he had switched it around, he would have had a $1,000 bonus.
Yeah, I probably shouldn't have interrupted or something.
That's okay. You're fine.
Out of my mouth, Justin, but that's perfectly fine.
Yes. Okay. Now, Justin, you have a 6 showing. You have 3 cards to go, but you have the power to change that card if you want to. Now, Matthew has an 8. He does not have the power to change that card. He has 1 card to go. Now, you can play the 6 yourself or force Matthew to play the 8 that he has, and he has to play it.
Got a better card than Matt, but Matt's further than me. That's tough. I got a little gift for Matthew.
So you pass it into him?
It's playing the cards, yes.
Okay, Matthew, you mess up here, Justin will win the game.
Oh my gosh. I'll have to say higher.
We hope it's high. If it's high, you have $1,000 and you'll be halfway there to going into the money cards. If not, Justin, you get $1,000. Higher than an 8? No, it's a 2 and Justin gets game 1.
Oh, bro.
Nicely played. So now that brings you to $66,000. And we have the cards for game 2 all set up already. And Matthew, you know you have to tie this game in order to stick around. So, here's the first question in round number 2, and it goes to you, Justin.
All right.
Justin, we found 100 single women. All of these women are over 65 years old and they're dating. And we asked them, if a date put his hand on your knee, would you slap him? How many senior citizen women said they would slap him?
I remember this question, but what I don't remember is the answer.
That's a good thing.
Good thing? 66.
Going with 66. Okay, and is it higher or lower than 66, Matthew?
Well, I think senior citizens are going to be pretty lenient on this, as long as they don't touch them inappropriately.
Right.
So I'm going to say a little lower.
Going lower. Okay, let's check it out. The actual number of senior citizen women that said they would slap the man in the face for touching them is... It's 10. It is lower, a lot lower. Good job, Matt.
Ooh.
Okay, Matt, your opening card's a good one. It's an ace, ACE.
Lower.
He's going to keep the card, and lower than an ace, it's a 10.
Screw it, lower.
He's going for a lower than a 10. It's a 2.
Higher.
Higher than a 2, it's an 8.
7 plus 1, I'll freeze.
He's freezing. He's freezing, keeping Justin away from the card. You're 1 card away from tying the game up, Matthew. And here's your question, Matt. Okay, we surveyed 100 psychiatrists and asked them, do you think that a physical illness can be cured by a faith healer? How many psychiatrists said yes, the illness can be cured by a faith healer?
The wonders of living 30 years ago.
Yes.
I don't think so. I think physical illnesses have to be conquered by the person who's sick themselves. That's just my own opinion.
Yeah.
But I'm going to say that's pretty low, so I'm going to say 21.
21. Okay, and Justin, is it higher or lower than 21?
I'm going to try higher.
He's going higher. Okay, let's check it out. The actual number of senior citizens, excuse me, that's the wrong question. The actual number of psychiatrists that say yes, a physical illness can be cured by a faith healer is 37. It is higher. Good job, Justin.
Wow.
Okay.
And your opening card is a good one. It's a 3. You want to play it or change it?
Higher.
He's going higher. Higher than a 3. It's a king.
Lower.
Lower than a king. It's a jack.
Lower.
Lower than a jack. It's a 5.
Higher.
If it's higher, Justin, you're going to the money cards for a 3rd time, and you have $67,000. If it is not higher, then you open the door for Matthew. Higher than a 5? No! You go all the way back to your 3.
Oh my God, I thought it was over.
Yeah, I did too. But Matthew, free chance off a difficult card. Call it right and you tie up the game.
I'm going to go higher off a hunch.
Okay, if it's higher, you tied up the game and you get $1,000. Higher than an 8? No, it's a 6.
Darn it.
All right, we go to another question. And this question goes to you, Justin.
Excuse me. All right.
Justin, we asked 100 married young women who have children, if your baby started crying in the middle of the night and you couldn't get him to stop, would you call your mom for advice? How many young mothers said they would call their mom for advice? Y'all remember this question that got Ben Mason in trouble?
I don't.
Well, this is when Ben Mason said he will get her to take care of the baby herself, and he will sit around all day and don't do nothing.
Lazy.
Yeah.
Damn him. I think I hear Steven on the call.
Oh, okay.
It's for me, right?
Yes, it's your question.
How many would call if their parents for advice for their baby wouldn't stop crying?
That's the question, yes.
Some might do that, but I don't know about it. I'm probably not too many. There's 24.
You going with 24? Okay. And Matthew, is it higher or lower than 24?
Oh boy, well, a baby can sometimes be your worst nightmare.
Yeah.
But as for calling the parents in the middle of the night, I think it has to be pretty urgent, and that doesn't really seem very urgent to me. So I'm going to say that's even lower.
Oh, he's going even lower than 24. Okay, let's check it out. The number of young mothers that said they would call their mom for advice to stop a crying baby is 30. It is not lower, it is higher, so Justin gets it. Now, Justin...
Close.
Yeah, it was close. So you have that 3. What do you want to do about that?
Were you going to say something else, though?
No.
Okay. Higher.
He's going to go on higher than a 3. It's a 9.
I know Matthew's way far ahead of me, but I'm going to freeze.
Freezing. Do you got a code?
No.
Okay. Because you smell like you got a code. Okay. You're not lying to me, are you?
No.
Okay. All right. Again, we at the sudden death question. It's the 4th question. Somebody must win this player of the card, so control is critical. And this question is going to you, Matt.
Okay.
Okay, Matt, we asked 100 married men, if you called your wife from work to say you were going to have a drink with your buddies, and she said, you get right home right now, would you get right home? How many men said they would go straight home?
I would.
Me too.
If it's that urgent, then I'd definitely be on my way home, and I do not want to deal with an angry wife.
Amen to that.
Even though I'm not even married, even though I'm kind of long overdue.
You already prepared.
Anyways, I think if they didn't go home, they're going to be in some serious hot water.
Uh-huh.
I will say that's got to be I think that a lot of men would take that to heart. So I'm going to say...
Yes.
77.
Going with 7. What's your answer?
77.
Going with 77. Okay. And Justin, what do you think? Is it higher or lower than 77?
Higher.
Yes.
Going higher. Even higher than that. Okay, let's check it out. The number of men that said they would go straight home is... It's only 35. It's not higher, it's lower. Now, Matthew...
Hey.
You have a tough decision, Matthew. You have that 8 showing, but you do have the power to change that 8 if you want to. And you have 1 card to go in order to tie up the match. Matthew has the 9 showing. He does not have the power to change that 9. And he has 3 cards to go. What do you want to do about that?
Well, you know what? Justin passed it to me and it worked for him. I'm going to do the same. I'm giving it to Justin.
Oh boy, karma is something else. Justin, you have to play off that 9. You make a mistake and the game will be tied up.
Lower.
Lower than the 9. No, and we tied the game up. Good job, Matthew.
Thank you.
So you have $1,000 and Justin has $1,000. Now we're going to go to our 3-question, 3-card showdown to see who's going to go off to the money cards for $144,000. What are you doing? Are you kicking Miss Poe?
No.
Please sit down. I saw you kick. Please sit down. Just sit. Just obey me. Sit down. Sit down. Stay seated. I'll be with you. Sorry about that, guys. Alright. Okay. The 3-card, 3-question showdown. So we're going to get right to it. I'm going to speed it up a little bit because we're running low on time. Here we go. Justin, here's your question. Okay, we found 100 married women who have a full-time job and asked them, have you ever told your husband you were working late when you were really out with the girls? How many women said they have?
32.
Going with 32. Okay, and Matthew, is it higher or lower than 32?
I don't know how many women have even done that and gotten away with it. But for some reason, I think it's higher. And if it is, then that scares me.
Oh, yeah. Well, we'll see. And let me look at this question again. We found 100 married women who have a full-time job and asked them, have you ever told your husband you were working late when you were really out with the girls? How many women said they have? Well, let's find out. How many women said they have? It's 40. It's a little higher. Good job, Matthew.
Great.
Okay, Matthew, your opening card for this tiebreaker is a 4. You want to play or to change it?
I'll take the 4 and go higher.
Okay, he's not changing it. Higher than a 4. It's an 8. 7 plus 1.
Oh my gosh. I'm going to take a chance and go higher.
If it's higher than the 8, Matthew, you'll be the new champion. You have $2,000 and you're going for $144,000. Higher than the 8. Yes, so you're the new champion.
All right.
Matthew, you have $2,000 and you're going to the money cards for $144,000. Justin, you did not do too bad. You have $66,000 to go home with you, okay?
Okay.
All right, Matthew, you ready to go for the money cards?
I sure am.
Let's do this. Let's see if I can do it this time. No, it won't let me do it. Okay, let me go back through here. I'm going to pull up the money cards here. All right, we're going to go right into the money cards. Okay. You know the rules of the money cards. I don't have to explain it to you, do you? Do I?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know $50 is the minimum bet, just like in the old one. And I need you to choose a number between 1 and 52 to cut the deck.
Once again, I'm going with 22.
Going with 22. All right, we're going to set those cards up, and when all the cards are set up, we're going to give you $1,000 to put in the bank. There it is, and your opening card for $1,000 is a 2.
I'm betting the farm higher.
He's betting the farm. Is it higher than a 2? It's a 6. You have $2,000 in a 6.
I'm going to change it with 3.
Okay, he is changing the card, and you change it with number 3. The 6 becomes a king.
All of it lower.
Everything lower than a king. It's a 2.
Oh my God! All of it higher.
Yes, it is. Everything higher than a 2. It's a 3.
Yes.
You're having good cards, Matthew. Now you have $9,000 to work with, and you have a great card of a 3.
Let's keep the 3. Let's go for all of it and go higher.
Everything higher than a 3. Yes, it's an 8. Now you have $18,000 and an 8.
I'll change it with 2.
Changing the card with number 2. Let's hope it's a good change. The 8 becomes
Please be good.
a jack. You have $18,000 and a jack, Matthew.
Oh my gosh. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. You know what? I'm betting it all. I came with nothing. I'll leave with nothing. I'm gonna go all of it, and I'm gonna go lower.
Everything. Lower than a jack. No! Boy. You went for it. It did not work, but you still have $2,000. And you will play another game, okay?
Yep.
All right, well, let's get the credits here. We finished right at the 30-minute mark. That's pretty good. And let me go get the credits here. Calm down. All right, here we go. All right, this is Lightning1279 signing off. Saying be safe. Saying be safe. Be careful. Take care, everybody, and thanks for supporting my channel, because without you, it would not be possible. Goodbye, everybody. Sharks is an RCD production in association with the Mark Goodson Productions.